And hello, welcome to It's a Crit. I am CJ, the DM, and this is Embers Awaken. With me today, we have 3 players here right now. Can I get a woot woot, please, Nedy?
What? No. But, hello.
Wow, okay. That's how it works. All right. Yep, sounds good.
I'm sorry. I am also Nedy, and I am playing a fire genasi called Rayakin Soul, Ray for short, and I am a blood hunter, Order of the Ghost Slayer. Am I sure about any of this? Apparently not.
No woot woot for me, guys. No woot woot for me.
Heck yeah.
I mean, Siege, I've personally done quite a few things to confuse you, but I think that's the first time you've confused me.
Next up, Chris, please. Who are you playing today?
Hello, my name is Christopher. I played a tiefling rogue inquisitive, Nurse Peach Pit, who's compassionate about giving expired medicine to her teammates.
Wait, what? Expired?
The potions of water source healing.
It's a potion
That's how I got this thing.
It's a potion that causes wild magic surges.
It was like 5 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Probably.
Yeah.
Expiration
What's gonna
date,
happen? Wild magic?
It's like, let's see, 4th month of Nedrahill, 1827. Oh, okay.
And last but not least, we have Pat in the corner. Pat, who are you playing, my friend?
He just started chewing. He just started chewing.
Why would you start? You're the last player, Pat. Why would you chew right now? Like you were just talking.
I was expecting you to introduce me like 30 seconds ago, and I expected the conversation to continue.
All right, Pat, what you got?
Yes. Yeah, I'm Pat. I'm playing Mino Burn Salad, the fairy warlock of the group, Hexblade warlock specifically. Now, why she's a Hexblade when her passion is cooking, that we haven't gotten to yet.
You always have a kitchen knife with you.
Yeah, Warnock is pretty good for that.
Boom!
Viewers, when we left off last, this party is casting random spells. Who put that cast right there? It doesn't matter. Last we left off, this party, they defeated the mummy guardians and also the random strange entity, which appeared to be a Kenku, which they defeated and burst into many tiny little crows flying off in different directions, which Ray is able to track, annoyingly, every single one of them. So that won't come up at all, hopefully. Or drive you crazy.
It keeps flying around. It's giving me a headache.
They did recover the 4th orb key, meaning they now have every single key they need, all 4 of them, to be able to open, once again, the octagonal pyramid, where they left Ulrog behind, not by choice, and they can now face that evil entity. But the party decided first to make a pit stop to, for one, pick up Tinks at some point on the way back from the travels, and 2, see what is happening in the small village where they started of Nedy. They want to speak to the High Fabricator, Altissimo, who they really don't trust. There are some strange goings-on, and we have learned a few things since the last time we were at this village. So I'm going to give it over to the party. You guys will be traveling to Nedy, which takes a few days. You guys will be able to sort of have a little bit of a more calm travel this time. It doesn't seem, at least not on the first 2 days, that anything happens on your watches, and on the 3rd night, well, your party sit around. Zevos has been quiet for the last few days, thinking pensively perhaps of what he's going to say, and the other 3 of you begin to feel concerned, or, well, you may see signs of doubt perhaps, but regardless, you all need to rest. You're all together. This is your final night together before you get back to Nedy. when you guys come around the campfire, you guys can remember why you're here. You're here to save Ulrog if possible, and if not, then to destroy the evil entity in his name. And Zuki's. So players, you're around a campfire on the last night before you guys rest, before you hit Jivanadi.
Apropos Zuki, I just look at the ring, I'm just like, oh, I really don't like this other symbol. Well, it kind of fits well to my other rings. What could be worse? Funny, right? How it just like had a gold ring laying around. I wonder if it's magical.
It's like, come to think of it, I don't think that we have a way of telling. Just sitting there stirring a pot over the campfire.
Or maybe if I just put my ethereal hand up to my head and just really concentrate. Yeah, I don't really know my way around magic. Yeah. I mean, it was worth a try, right? I mean, I thought, if I just like, cause, I've seen casters just like go like concentrate and they just like stare at a thing for like 10 minutes and then they're like, oh wow, by the way, this potion that we found somewhere can totally use that to heal someone. Well, I mean, maybe not heal someone, like we all know healing potions, but like this is going to make you resistant to acid. So I thought, if I just stare at it hard enough, I could maybe, see that too, but like it kind of doesn't work. Maybe I'm just not magically inclined.
Kind of looking into the pot a little bit. I mean, it's bubbling a little more than... Oh, never mind, it's just reaching boiling now.
Oh, you think this is going to accelerate your cooking? Oh, let me try.
I thought that's true.
And I'm actually going to cast this flame and like chuck the flame into the campfire to make it a little bigger. Oh, look! Wow, that's so cool.
You're like, yeah, well, I'm kind of looking at it. A little bit on the hot side, pull a little, pull out a little, blue flower, toss it under, and kind of cool it back down a little bit. Okay, that's good.
Oh, I thought you wanted more heat to that. Yeah, yeah, I don't know how to cook. You see,
it's a little better now. It was a little on the cool side, but you got to keep the balance right,
Yeah, I never learned how to cook really, because I was too young back at home, well, home. So my mom never taught me, and then it was kind of late, and so I kind of just went around on my own, and yeah, I know I just never got around to learn it. It's like, yeah. People are, it's not like I've not been in kitchens, but, usually people, if you're in their kitchen or in, if you're in a tavern, you're I'm gonna say uninvited.
Kitchen is a somewhat personal space, their space.
Yeah, if you just go there, try and sneak around and steal some food. People are usually not happy about that. So once I learned that, I kinda resorted to more of a pickpocket kind of style so that I can, then go and buy food. Well, point of the story is I never learned how to cook, so I don't really know how that works. I just know that food is delicious and sometimes it's not, and also, fire can be really dangerous. You just be careful with that. You will burn down things.
The village that I grew up in was a little particular about things like that. Apparently, there was something when the village was founded. Basically everyone's last names are all based on things they did well. So I mean, we have the ironwood smiths. Obviously, you can tell what those were. But my family name, if you've heard it, was Burn Salad. Basically, the only thing that we were apparently good for at the time was being so bad at cooking it was hilarious, so that's what we ended up with. So, being from my family and wanting to learn to cook was frowned upon, to say the least.
So while you're telling your stories, Zephos will finally come over and sit down next to you guys. The other three of you around.
Mr. Zepho, so glad you join us.
Yes, just considering what happened during this battle. Apologies for not joining you sooner.
It was a rather tough battle, kind of. Still feeling some of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of, a lot of shit has been happening, so, I get why you needed some alone time.
If I may ask, what were you talking about?
So Mino's last name is apparently Burn Salad. Oh, like you're actually burning salad, even though you don't even have to. I get it. Oh, that is
You
totally
just
funny.
Got that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking about maybe it's a Feywild plant, like burn salad, spicy salad or something.
It also is.
I thought we all knew.
We typically don't eat that lettuce.
See,
a little incendiary.
I knew it. I bet that's delicious.
All right,
But
I guess in my Fae we have a burn salad plant that causes fire. Yeah, Yep, we made that. That exists now, viewers. That exists.
Just write that note, CJ. Just write that note.
I thought it was one of two things. Either a indication of cooking skill or a euphemism for a drug.
Is it also a drug?
I need to write that down because I might be able to make something out of that. On another note, it was name because, apparently my ancestors were actually that bad at cooking, and the name stuck.
So you seek to be the one to change that reputation?
That's why I set out here.
Look what happened to Zuki. He died. Trying to change his destiny.
No. Well, maybe not change it so much for everyone, but it's not just for my family either, because my family honestly just kind of embraced it and never really tried to cook anymore. But I've known a few other people in my village that didn't want to be stuck in the trades that their name were going with, so trying to help out with that. Rise above you,
So if your family didn't have it, someone had to start having that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what mine would. No, never mind. I know what mine would be. I like my name way better.
Eric, I
actually came up with that myself. I think it's really good.
Have you now?
Yeah, Pidgey, what you said you have family home back home. You're writing letters and stuff. And you said you are at the right place, right? The brigade, or was that actually a mix-up?
Yes. How do I?
Like, I know we talked about that
Peachy.
before, but I wasn't sure if you were joking or not. So.
Yeah. I've been riding home. My my family actually owned a pig farm.
Oh.
And we also like put aside like a side plot to grow tobacco when we needed to earn extra money.
Oh.
Speaking of it, I might go for a smoke.
What?
Actually, give me 1 second.
Beach pit smoking is bad.
What kind of smoke are we talking about?
Don't touch the old burn salad.
Someday that will have to be a thing. And just
It's a plant that you light on fire. Good call, it burns out.
well,
Well, I guess we invented a new slang term.
tell you what I just pictured. Like, I'm just gonna like reach into the bag of like the Feywild plants, pull out just a little leaf that kind of has like a shimmering rainbow color, and hand it off and be like, "Here, put that on the end. It'll make it a little more entertaining. I mean, it shouldn't have any effects on you, but you know, makes the smoke a rainbow kind of color."
Sure.
Don't worry,
that is...
this one's not volatile, unless it's mixed with that one. That one. Those two you keep apart.
I was gonna say safe.
You know,
Yeah, it's also safe. I mean, unless you want to mix it with that one, that's like what was it? Rainbow kill poison?
No. Just keep the hand away from the other one. Just don't even get them close to each other.
Just,
Okay,
I'm just pointing at it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Just look at your stew. It's bubbling.
you know, Peach Pit, whether you meant to be here or not, at the very least you can take solace in knowing that regardless of where you went, you're still protecting people. And frankly, I'm glad you ended up here. I'll admit I didn't really trust you at the start because of, you know, the fiendish look. I took an oath to protect people from fiends and others from the outer planes. But you are certainly skilled in what you do, and you've proven your worth. You have shown that you'll put your life on the line for people here, and frankly, I don't know what I'd do without you here.
Thank you.
Like, you said you always dreamed of being a firefighter, and well, during that last fight, you fought a lot of fires. It might have been on skeletons, but you fought them.
Well,
Put them out.
it wasn't like that in the first place. I originally went for university to try to be a scholar. You know, the study of vast knowledges at one of the great libraries at the capital cities.
I hate libraries.
That was before it caught on fire.
Which
Imagine-
city was that? Exactly. When was that? Just out of curiosity, general curiosity.
Barely a year back, but imagine all of that. 500 years of knowledge gone within 5 hours.
No, I don't think that was me.
It puts your life in a point of view. But
Oh, wasn't
no.
it? So if that, I don't think that was me, but if so, it was not on purpose. And never, it has never. If I've ever burnt down, it's never been on purpose. Okay, it's never been on purpose. Also, also Zephos, your oath. It's kind of funny that you ended up with
Yes, I'm aware. I see the irony in the situation. And if I weren't, I mean, now it's different. But in the beginning, if I hadn't been sworn to Brotherhood, then I more than likely would have come to kill you.
Yeah, I mean, but like, it's so funny, isn't it? I mean, we have literally like a tiefling, something, whatever she actually is from the Feywild.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like move my hand like that, let a couple flames appear. Yeah, this. Whatever you want to call, however, we do exist.
Yes, but I assure you that my oath was not sworn without good reason.
Well, I'm sure you've learned that not all creatures like that are bad.
Yes, apologize for my distrust earlier, though, when that's why my entire tribe died.
Oh shit.
That's
sorry.
understandable.
That did not know that.
Yes.
Sorry.
There was a reason that you can't really see the family resemblance between me and Olrog.
Oh yeah, I caught that much.
It's because during a battle with, not sure if it was fiends or elementals or, they were large, terrifying creatures with just, don't even remember, just everything around me burning. And instead of staying to fight, I ran.
Well, if the creatures took down an entire village, staying to fight might have just...
It wasn't just a village. It was my tribe. Some of the greatest Goliath warriors that I've ever met. And both of my biological parents died in the battle. That's when I was found by Olrog. He passed the name of his comrade on to me. Seemed right, considering his comrade fell in battle, and then he took me in from the battle. And I was young, only about maybe 4 years old, when I was taken into the brigade. I've spent my entire life there. That's why I act like I know what I'm doing. It's because I've been here my entire life. This has just been the first chance I've gotten to actually increase my rank. And the letter we got earlier, the addition about Spark, that was his nickname for me.
It's like, the way I see it, if she had stayed and fought, I think it would have been worse, because I don't think there's anything you could have done. And at least this way, you can tell the tale. Keep them alive in memory.
To die in combat is honorable for the Goliath.
You were a child. You did not know combat, but you got a chance to learn and to help. And I think it
was good that you survived, because you are an incredibly skilled fighter, and while annoying, your moral code and your fire, if I may say like that, burns bright, and I think that is a good thing for this world.
That's why I feel so strongly about needing to save Orog, though. Not only do I need to fix my mistake, stay and fight, but I don't want to lose my father again.
I can get that.
It's actually with, so I don't know if you know that about Genasi, but most of the time we don't really know half of our parents, because these elementals, these genies, they're all assholes, really. And aside from my first mentor who pulled me out from my worst, Ulrug was the next best thing I had to a father figure. And while I know it's not, I know I cannot compare my situation to yours in any way, at least to some degree I get it, and we have to get him out of there. He's the only one that would give me a chance after my mercenary party. Let's just say they did not quite like me. And yeah. Anyway, we should totally it's getting late. We should get a rest, and I will go on. I'll go take a watch. Yeah. You all good work, good travels, and I kind of get up and take a walk to take watch around the camp.
And I'll get up as well, and give Mr. Zephyr a hug.
Zephyr's
Kind of like a lunge from behind, kind of hug.
I feel like, right before Ray goes, just, like I just walk up and just hand it over like a bowl of soup, It's like, no need to, it's like it's been cooking for a while. No need to leave right before it's ready.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Sit there for a few seconds before turning and wrapping my arms around Peach Pit and lifting her up.
I will not let any of them see, but I will look incredibly jealous.
You want to join in, Minnow? Come here. Come here.
Like
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll serve the soup after.
New last name, Burn Soup.
You did it. You changed your destiny.
It didn't cost you your life.
I changed the stars.
Oh my God.
Just gonna say, remember,
Anyone who gets
everybody, you
that
heard it here first. Siege says you can't change your destiny. Don't even try.
That was my only basis on that assumption was Zuki's situation. He tried to save his family, and he's not. Sorry, Zuki.
Alright then. Alright, good night, y'all.
What?
Did you just fall asleep?
There she goes. Oh, it was like 5 minutes past her bedtime.
Aww, the sacrifice.
No, so no soup. I mean,
You probably fell asleep with her face in the
instantly
soup.
out.
Oh my god. All right.
Someone keep her from drowning in the soup, please.
I just picture
Yeah, you
like
see
fell
the
asleep
soup, like,
next
slowly
to it.
disappear.
So you just have green delicious soup as you smell it all night.
It slowly disappeared. She like eating it while asleep.
Every time she breathes in to try to breathe, suck soup in as well. Just.
You know, no one knows this trait about tieflings, but they can actually breathe soup. Specifically, soup. Not water, but soup.
Does it have to be a specific flavor of soup?
Burn soup.
It has to be Feywild based.
Yep.
Has to be spicy.
Oh my god.
That too.
So tieflings can burn.
Fire lily extract in there. Peh. Apparently I can't
Tieflings can
speak
breathe
right now.
spicy burnt Feywild soup.
Yes,
Got
but
it.
only that. If it's
It's not
like a
burnt.
stew, like a hearty
yet.
stew, they will drown. And if it's like even like a tiefling recipe, they will also drown. You heard it here first. Look out for my supplement. Weird character traits no one knew about until right now.
And maybe needed. And
Tiefling
maybe
lore.
no one needed it.
Tiefling
It's
lore.
like a really
Just,
tiny.
yeah, just a little tiny underneath, just like this. Ah,
Nedy, make it happen.
oh.
Solving the problem. Mino's version would be solving the problems with the recipes that no one asked for.
It's gonna be part 2, a collaboration of like Pat and me.
Okay.
Recipes no one asked for by Mino Burn Salad.
Is it like time to sleep is long rest? Are we done? I think we're spiraling.
All right, party. So you guys, you have your heartfelt moment around the campfire. You speak your minds. It's been a very heavy, 10 day and a half or whatever it's been, 2 to 10 days.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Too heartfelt for Chris.
Yeah, too heartfelt for Chris. No, it's been an extremely heavy few days, and aside from all of this springboarding off of the fact that you lost your leader, you then did everything you could to try to get what you needed to save him, and you lose a friend along the way. It has been extremely taxing on, lower ranking members such as yourself, and you have only had each other to lean on this entire time. And with everything coming to a head, having finally collected those 4 keys, you can feel the end coming closer, the resolution, but at the same time, that worries you more and more. You become more nervous because you know that the stakes are extremely high and the cost has been so high. So it is now the next day. Or late morning, you will see Nedy off in the distance, knowing that you're finally back.
Everyone who got up for their watch after Rayakin is neatly tucked in, by the way. Made a little more comfy than they were before when they fell asleep. If anyone asks him about it, he will deny it.
There's a lot more demo now, remember?
And the next. I feel like, after Mino's watch, just, leave a little wrapped up bit of bread, next to each one. So don't ask why it's glowing slightly.
What?
As you all with those few camels left, again, reach the one of the tops of the dunes, you see Nedy in the distance again. So you'll be there in maybe another couple hours. You can see it off that little speck in the distance.
What's the weather like?
Hey, what a great question.
Let me guess, blazing heat?
Today, the weather is lightly cloudy.
Oh, how nice.
So it's actually not.
It's politely cloudy. Nice.
It's light clouds today, so although not scorching heat, it is still desert. So keep that in mind.
I don't think
Well.
any of our party... Are we all fire resistant at this point? I don't think any of our party cares.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's almost like our entire organization is themed after fire or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've been in kitchens hotter than this.
You know, our worst nightmare is like a demon angel monstrosity that's resistant to or invulnerable to fire and radiant damage. We're just gonna be like, yeah, sorry, can't do anything, goodbye.
Wait, hold off for a minute. I'll cook something up.
You try and call the necromancers or something. Bye.
Okay, party. So you arrive at the outskirts of town. You see villagers walking about their business, the golden bracelets on each of their hands. They seem to ignore your presence. Once in a while they may look at you, but none of them stop. None of them gawk at you. They just continue about their business.
Yeah, I just realized this whole time I've been wearing a golden bracelet as well. Have any of them noticed or thought anything of it that I can tell?
Roll insight.
I made several notes of the gold bracelet.
Is any of them taking
Well,
notice
business
of
for
the
Stoney.
ring?
Let's see.
Could you
Of the
repeat yourself?
ring that I have?
You can roll insight.
Yes. Let me roll a 2.
Nice, Mino. Okay. Mino, what you got? A 13?
Well, it wasn't a 1, but it was a 13.
Okay, Mino with the 13.
Bear in mind, I have a +6.
Okay, the 13, Mino, you can see that some of the people, while they're looking at you guys enter the town and walk around the center, they may glance at you and glance at the bracelet and glance back at you, but they keep a relatively neutral face about it. As far as you can tell, with a 13, they don't heed mind.
11. I have no idea.
With an 11, Ray. With an 11, you're looking around, and nobody has noticed that it's even on your hand yet.
Yeah.
They're not looking at you long enough to perceive it.
Yeah, they're probably distracted by my dashing appearance. I mean, I get it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't seem very confident about that.
Just don't. You know, why would he even talk? Like, why would he even talk to me about that? I mean, I've been trying. You know, some things you just don't say out loud. What are we even gonna? Apropos, like, say out loud. What are we gonna say to him? I mean, we can. You could just like kick in the door, blades blazing.
Well, we do have all the keys. We could come back and make it seem as if we're just asking him what the next steps are, and maybe throw a celebration and, you know, try to make it seem like we're not onto whatever's going on here as long as possible. Maybe we'll get more information if his guard's down.
I wouldn't doubt he already knows, though. I was suspicious of him when I first came here. He has probably accounted for the fact that we've already figured him out.
Where are all the crows? Where are the crows located? Any of the crows located right here in this town? And if so, where are the others? And how many? And do I have a headache already?
I do. So if it, with that string of questions, thank you. No, but
You're welcome, Siege.
yeah, there are many crows.
Christmas present.
There are many crows. They're all basically in other directions, random directions, except for one, who is here. and you get the sensation that it's coming from the temple.
Yeah, of course it is. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows. Like whatever, you know when the Kenku kind of like into like lots of like smaller birds. I can track them. Don't ask how. It's annoying. There's like 20 of them. It's really awful. But yeah, one of them, the temple erection. So
right,
whatever we're gonna do.
Yeah, you know, you said direction, right?
I wasn't the only one who heard that.
Yeah, okay. Temple erection.
You know, we always hear what we want to hear.
High five, Pat.
Wait, is that spike on its top a little bit taller than it was?
Oh my god!
I mean, look, I'm just saying, it had to be built once. Erected.
Yeah. I'm done. That's it, I quit. You know, fuck Olrog. Fuck everyone else. I'm done. Goodbye.
Isn't he like your dad? I'm not sure about that one.
Is it break time already?
We'll give Nedy a break. There you go, Nedy. Nedy's taking a break now. We're just gonna give her.
I can still hear everyone.
Oh,
this
right.
doesn't help.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
I was gonna do the same, by the way. I was thinking about it.
Are you having a breakdown currently?
Nedy, yes. But then again, that's like an 80% of my D&D time, so really.
All right, so you guys are in the center now of where the market. There's like a few open market stalls. There's no travelers.
Is one of them also an oaken market stall?
There are no travelers, no foreigners. It looks like they're all villagers. Everyone that you can see right now is a villager.
You think we should see if we need to buy something before we go confront him? I feel like our chances of actually getting wares and things are a little better right now than they will be in like 10 minutes.
Let me tell you this. First of all, if he knows, do you actually trust any of the goods from here?
I mean, if you burn them enough, we're
Second of all,
okay.
Once he is taken care of, we could either shop with the conscious citizens, or if they remain this way, just take what we need.
Yeah. You know, based on the prior city or village that we've seen, I feel like once this shit breaks loose, it's gonna be a blaze.
Yeah.
Oh my! Please make that your catchphrase. Let's make it a blaze. I feel like it could be like a Saturday morning cartoon right now. You know?
Yes, well, let's just try not to make it.
No, that's the catchphrase of the burn salad I'm gonna make.
So, what do you need exactly?
Oh, and first of all, we need food, water, because we're kind of running low since we were just out and about for like quite a while.
I just cast Create Food and Water during our travel.
Oh, that's you.
But honestly,
Yes.
it was kind of.
Did you think it just came from nowhere?
No, I just thought that we all had rations, you know. Why haven't
No,
I been eating this awful hardtack the whole time?
I've been creating it. I've been creating food and
It's hard to.
drink.
I mean, it's been great. I definitely did not almost lose a tooth yesterday.
Why have you only been eating the hardtack?
I feel like
Not only,
that's-
but like
just-
good for
I'm
basic
just gonna pull out like a bit of like the hardtack, which has like a hole blasted in the center of it. It also doesn't react well to my solutions.
I
Apparently,
could just imagine Zephos
trying to
being
make
the
it taste better.
I can imagine Zephos being the type of guy to like just create food and water hardtack. You know, like, it's efficient.
Hardtack
You know,
and plain
like
water.
it's healthy.
he's been in the military like how long?
It's like
I create everything we need. You can't survive on hardtack alone. Yes, I create. Why has that been the only thing you're eating?
Well, because
All
it
of
was
his
the most
meals he made
convenient.
MOEs.
Clearly not if you can't eat it.
Well, I can. It just, maybe you should create it better then. You know, again, I almost lost a tooth yesterday. Like, you put the heart in heart tag, and, like, it's awful.
He takes a piece and just, like, toss it in his mouth. You hear the audible just crunching. But he is unfazed.
Yeah, but
Surprise Pikachu, Nedy.
you just... I'm just going to, like, hover up next to him and just put my finger up, like, kind of looking at it, being like, you realize your teeth are like 3 of my fingers, right? there's an obvious difference here.
Just for a sense of scale for everyone, the tar tack he creates is like an inch or more thick.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just, like, crunch it. I mean, look at this.
Well, Princess Ray, I will take your diet into consideration next time I create food and water.
You know what? Just because I want to find Orag, and you're might be a good cannon fodder, it's the only reason that I'm not going to fuck you up right now.
Would you also like some silken bed sheets for when you rest your weary head, darling?
Mommy, Daddy, stop
Oh,
fighting.
you're interested in me, is that it?
Oh, you wish.
Believe me, anything but that. Let's go to the frickin' temple. Peachy! Where are you, Peachy? Peachy? Oh, there you are. Come on.
What?
I'm gonna grab Peachy by the wrist and start walking.
Okay. Ow.
Oh, I think one of these days, he's basically gonna write some fan fiction about you too.
You know, when they find that, that's the one day where they will just, like, work hand in hand and just rough you up real good and then feel really sorry about it.
The question is, would it be fiction by that point?
Oh, girl can dream.
Okay, viewers, let's hear your chips if there are any.
Let's not go into that. Don't even let's not.
I
open that
personally ship
can.
Ray Keen with the ground.
I shipped you with my blade.
Oh,
My God.
Oh, I'm so glad I made
Look
that
what you've
joke now.
I've not needed this emotional support wall in so long.
You're welcome, Nedy.
Be careful, Zavos might get jealous. Punch a hole through it.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Zepho is built like a brick wall.
So is his hard tech.
The worst thing is, I see in the chat, I am on Nedy's side for this, but I don't know how long ago that was posted.
Like,
So
literally
this could be...
10 seconds ago.
Just got posted.
That was
Oh,
like, because I was.
good
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, perfect. I was like, I don't know how long this has been here. Could be really hilarious. Okay.
Still, in reference to what, I am not entirely sure.
That was new.
Yeah. Same. Anyway.
Great. All right, viewers. Not viewers. No, viewers, you stop. Party.
No, viewers, keep going. He can't stop you.
That's
Alright,
fair.
viewers,
I have no
please.
That is
authority
true.
over it. No comment. Yep, cool. All right, thank you, viewers. So,
No comment? No.
all right, party. So you guys are in the center town having this discussion out loud, and the strange thing is that none of the villagers who are within earshot, walking by, minding their business, stop to pay attention. Gossipy commoners don't stop to gossip.
Yeah, that
They
is odd.
continue walking along, doing what they're doing.
It's almost like, you know, they're in a cult or like, I don't know, brainwashed or something. It's like, you know, suspicion we definitely haven't had like since the first time we set foot in this. Okay, I'm gonna be
Right, given the encounter we had before we battled that giant thing, we've more or less had it confirmed, did we not?
Of course. That's why that's what I'm saying. Like, it's no like wonder that they behave this way. I keep walking with Peachy, just dragging Peachy with me. I'm
So,
sorry, Peachy.
Goodbye.
I'm just gonna kind of draw my blade kind of out a little bit from the sheath, kind of whisper to that, and just be like, what do you make of those gold bracelets? I mean, you're probably the most qualified person in the party to tell. In Infernal, by the way.
12 carats.
Oh no, it was. I'm saying that to my blade. So, what would I have to roll in order
Oh,
to?
okay.
Peach is like,
I heard someone talk about gold. I got excited.
Okay. You're talking to your blade?
Yeah.
Got it.
Basically, that's my justification for, if you will allow it, rolling Arcana on that. Because something about that isn't right, and that's the only thing they seem to have in common otherwise.
Oh, the bracelets?
The Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to see if they're if they're enchanted or something along those lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sure. Go ahead. Roll me Arcana. Talking to your blade, lunatic. Oh.
Ooh.
21.
Oh, very...
Okay, what does Warnock tell me then?
Okay. Only you can see that your blade spouts open this cartoonish mouth with like a sloppy tongue, just kind of blabbering around and just slinging his liver.
No, it would have been like blade, or essentially Infernal script just scrolling across the blade like it was.
Oh, is that how you have it?
Okay.
Okay.
Like those LED screens. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you have your blade then. Okay, sure. So then we'll go with that. So, I was just ready to pull out whatever creature I wanted to put on your blade, but this is much better. All right, so Infernal Script.
I knew you would try. Yeah, I knew you would try something like that. So.
Okay, so Infernal Script. So on your blade, then you'll be able to see that these like little infernal runes light up, writing out something along the lines of what wording do I want to use? It would be the 21. It will say just the words mind tether.
Well, that's not good.
What did Heather do?
Yep, church.
Well, I think
Everything.
I think Peach would be the only one who would understand that currently, so I'm gonna just move over to kind of gather everyone up and be like, those bracelets, mind tethers. Not sure where they came from, but wonder if there's any way we can disable them. Any ideas?
Well, the first attempt could be taking out the source, and if that fails, remove curse or dispel magic. That being said, it would take a while to perform it on everybody here, so I think removing the source of it should be the primary goal.
If we remove it from one, we might get information that will help us take out the source. Worth a shot, I'd say.
Alright, kidnapping. I'll be right back.
No, Peach said.
okay.
Oh, well, they're already gone. Oh, okay.
Peach runs off.
No, PG.
Come for some good old-fashioned hog time.
No, PG.
I'm going to follow
Well, we'd
her.
better find a secluded spot for them to meet us back up again, and just starts going off.
Alright, Peach.
Leading everyone over.
Alright, Peachy, so you're running up the street, you find there's only a few alleys. Again, there's not that many buildings, but you'll see an alley where you see this young guy sort of just like washing clothes on like a washboard, kind of sitting there, just staring blankly at washing a shirt or something on a washing board by himself. Doesn't seem to be anyone else in sight.
Excellent.
I feel like we're going to follow Peachy as they go, so, we'll be a little bit behind.
Okay, you'll see Peachy stop, look down an alleyway, and clasp her hands together, as Chris just did.
Okay, over here, and just kind of stop by the entrance, looking over.
Yes.
Oh.
Is that all you're doing, Peachy? You're just gonna...
Okay. I'll go sneak up behind this young gentleman.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check, Peachy. Oh, man.
Stealth.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
Well, 26.
Yeah, okay. You crouch down in the middle of the day. It's probably almost noon. And you sneak behind him.
Wait. Where'd Peachy go?
Oh my god, Peachy. Why?
But he doesn't hear you. He doesn't seem to notice you coming up. He doesn't react as you get closer. Whether he doesn't perceive you or doesn't care, you don't know. But the fact is, he doesn't respond. Doesn't react.
Are they any other clothing near him? You know, like something I could use a potential gag.
Yeah, he has like a pile of clothes like right behind him to the side where he just grabs. It looks like he probably just grabs from there and starts washing and then puts on the other side after he's done.
I'm gonna grab a piece of clothing, then attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
Peachy.
All right, PG.
Honey.
You can roll the grapple check with advantage. And I will be rolling it with disadvantage.
Athletics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna burn a single point inspiration.
You're burning you're burning a point of inspiration, bring you down to 2 for a +2. All right.
Hooray for kidnapping.
The
You rolled.
Oh my god.
I mean, hell, that's where all my
total of 29.
Total 29. Yes, I rolled a 3. You can see, yeah, you grab him, you gag them. He's sort of just like, oh. You wrestle him to the ground. He struggles. So the three of you watch as Peachy's sitting there gagging this guy. He's struggling and like just, and after a few moments, he sort of just lets go and just flops, unconscious.
Oh.
Well,
I like this is literally.
Go up closer and look at the.
I just love the silence from the players. They're all just like, "Shit, what do we do?" And I feel like the characters are probably just like, "Shit, what do we do?"
Hey, look, there we go.
Can you do that to Ray too?
I'm just lost. I'm just lost wherever the hell we started, and everyone just ran off in different directions. I'm just like,
they all followed Peachy.
cool. Oh, they all ran into the same direction. I guess I'm gonna follow slowly because I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
too old for this bullshit.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 25.
Why do you want to know?
Oh.
You want to like go on a date or like what? Huh?
How?
This is on you now.
You're not making this any better.
You know,
I'm sorry. I didn't have a lot of sleep
You're
today.
making it a lot better, but in a different way.
Oh my god, I didn't have a lot of sleep today. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a little nuts right now.
I'm no longer on Nedy's side. You lost the one viewer on your team, Nedy.
You know, he's usually the one that gives me disadvantage on stuff anyway.
That's also fair. It's fair.
No, thanks. I'll follow slowly.
Okay. All right. So, Peachy, you have.
I'm going to.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. What are you doing?
Once he's unconscious, I'm gonna kind of move up and kind of examine the bracelet, seeing if there's anything we can do to like get it off.
Okay. So then I imagine very slowly Ray and Zephos will make it to that alleyway. I mean, it's like really slowly in comparison, but it's just a few seconds after.
Zephos ran when he saw Peach Pit.
Got it. Okay. So Zephos is there. Zephos watched it happen. The three of you are there, and as the three of them are over a body, Ray, you walk over and just see them standing over a body.
Impressive form.
Why? What?
Just
Yeah,
maybe
this is
look back and
good
be like,
old-fashioned hog tying.
Did you not hear what we just said?
Yeah, I
was
still had a ring
bigger,
in my ear.
bigger.
I mean, that should
Wait.
be on your finger, but no.
Mhm.
Just brace
Anyway.
it.
Ringing.
You need to figure it out.
No, it's here and ringing.
Do you think
Okay.
that it could just kill them if we took the bracelet off?
Well, there's a chance. I'm just not sure how high of a chance. Can I roll Arcane to consult my blade again and just be like,
Yeah,
okay, anything that we should do?
we should do.
Just whispering in Infernal.
It won't give recommendations. It's more like a wheel or woe situation. So you would be like, is this a good idea? And it will respond to you.
Well, I thought it was technically fully sentient, but you know.
Yeah, but then that's the DM giving you too much information.
Also doesn't mean that it wants to talk to you about this
That's also true, and just like my
Yeah,
familiars.
we've been partners for a while.
Mhm.
I
You
mean,
can
we still
you
have
can
a
always get
small
more
town.
information by giving stuff up.
Yeah, you want to sacrifice something? I'll happily make a deal with you.
Yeah,
So,
it's like
Okay. Hey, go ahead. Say your thing. It's fine.
yeah. So I'm gonna, kind of see. I guess, will it kill them if we take this off of them? That's the question I'd ask. Also, Siege, Discord DMs. Forgot about that.
Alright, did you roll? You want to roll in the meantime?
Yeah, I can do that. Just need to find the right tab. I've got too many. Oh, that's an 11.
You'll just see the words light up. Nah. It's like slang. It's
Basically the
infernal
word-
slang for no. It's not even like
Basically, the words of.
It just says nah. That's what your blade
Nah.
says to you. Nah.
So, like, it shouldn't. Like,
so with that not doing anything cool aside from giving snarky answers, I'm just gonna put my hand around the bracelet and try and see if I can find out any parts of the history, if I can see if I find out any cool parts about the history of this specific trinket or artifact or whatever it's gonna be considered as.
Sure.
Grim psychometry feature.
I remember.
Please roll well this time so that I can get something cool out of it. No. Yes. Whoa. My bonus. 18.
Okay. 18.
That's a huge bonus.
Yeah.
So with an 18, this bracelet is some sort of enchanted object, indeed. You don't get any flashbacks with this one when you're touching it, but it's sort of yeah. I mean, it's basically it's just it's some sort of arcane bracelet that has a deep connection with the person wearing it. It's not something that you would put on voluntarily unless you had some sort of very strong motivation to do so, whether that be internal or external.
Siege, it appears that it's hydration time.
It appears that it is.
So either
So make sure
Excellent.
you do it, people.
so either these bracelets got forced on their wrists. Sorry, I was really thirsty there.
Yeah, for
Or
Zephos.
oh my god, fuck off. Or they were already so far gone in their beliefs that they just put that on, but like they would have to be fun. Like no one usually puts stuff like that on out of their own volition. Like, no one wants to give up themselves for like this.
I more than likely willing to bet that it was strongly suggested by the High Fabricator.
Yeah.
If not, just forced onto the wrist as a whole, then where to die situation.
Yeah. You've learned
If,
a bit about it.
in fact, if you'll recall, our friend that we encountered again said, by removing that blessing, it was her last day on Earth. On the world, I'm sorry. It's not Earth. It's not Earth.
I mean, it is dirt, so it's close enough.
Shh, not important.
Yeah, but, with her was also, blessing of a different god
Yes.
that you that we kind of.
I'm aware, but my point isn't that it was the god that was causing it. I mean, what if that blessing was protecting her from the ill repercussions of taking off these bands?
Probably.
So, until the High Fabricator is dealt with, I don't believe we should remove it. Lest we kill the people that they are.
Well, who's to say once we remove the High Fabricator, it wouldn't happen to everyone?
So we can either try it out now, see if they're okay, or if they're not okay, probably not okay, or we leave it on and then we're going to deal with the Fabricator, and then it's either going to be okay or it's not going to be okay, but like on the whole village scale.
I'll pose you this then. Do we want to test it out now to see if he lives, or do we just want to confront the High Fabricator?
I mean,
As grim as it is, killing them all now would thin the numbers that come after us when we do attack the High Fabricator.
All of them. See, I was only going to see if they're going to be okay without it right now, because if they're not okay right now and then we deal with them and they're not going to be okay, at least we didn't lose anything, but
Ray,
they
I'm
would
not
be okay.
suggesting it as a primary option, simply putting it out there. Because, like it or not, offering them a painless death may be easy if they all come to attack us, and we were forced to strike them down in combat because of High Fabricator. It's a possibility that we have to at least take into account.
So just take that thing off. We'll know more after that.
We can either get information or, worst case scenario, thin the numbers.
Does it just come off if we try to remove it, Siege?
Let's find out after a quick 7-minute break, everyone. Don't go anywhere. And hello, welcome to It's a Crit. I am CJ, the DM, and this is Embers Awaken. And we are back from break, so we will say hello to our players. Nedy here on top. We have Pat in the opposite corner on the bottom in the pink. We have Chris in the blue down here next to me, and then Mitch in the other corner over there. Right now, viewers, the party is back in the starting village of Nedy, and they are apparently beating and kidnapping random villagers to run tests on them.
Only one?
To see if removing the bracelet that every single villager and follower of the High Fabricator are wearing. All of them have been wearing it, and they are still wearing it, and we will now find out as the party decides to pull one off of this villager, who they have just captured and knocked unconscious.
That was all PG.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
you pull it off. You pull off the bracelet, and the person remains unconscious. You're hogtied them, right? So they're face down.
Mm-hmm.
With their four limbs up behind them. You remove the bracelet.
You said they were washing with a washboard, right?
They were washing with the washboard, yes.
Just gonna cup my hands, take a handful of water once the bracelet's off, and throw it in the face.
Okay, it splashes them in the face, And they don't
I'll
respond.
like remove the gag and get ready to put it back in if needed.
Okay, you remove the gag, and they don't open their eyes.
Checking for a pulse.
Is he, breathing?
Checking for a pulse. There's a pulse.
Sorry.
Just they seem asleep, maybe.
Do you think this is somehow tied to their brain function and they just kind of stop when you take it off? Their mind broken, as it were.
It's like,
Can I get a medicine
let me
check?
try something real quick.
Can I get a medicine check from whoever is
Sure.
Yeah, one of you guys there.
Apparently, Peach Pit.
Peach Pit. So with what did you roll?
Okay.
22.
22. With the 22, Peach Pit, you look at them and they're unconscious. Like you kind of like lift up their eyelids to see how their eyes are, and the eye is just white. The pupil is rolling up into the back of the head.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
Looks fine to me.
Well, you're biased.
They are not your kind, I think.
It's human.
Yes, they would be rather runty. I guess that would be an issue in itself.
So,
Foam very slowly begins to come out of the mouth.
Huh.
I think we can safely say we know what the effects of that being removed are.
Yeah, put that back on, and also put that gag back on. I think we should maybe just.
I don't think he's supposed to do
Putting it
that.
back on is going to make it any better.
I don't know.
I'll just
like, at least.
slowly put the bracelet back on to see if it fixes it.
You put the bracelet back on, and the person, foaming at the mouth, eyes up in the back of the head, stands up, sits down in front of the washboard again, and begins to wash.
Ugh.
That is an impressive feat, being tied up.
No question, it just works.
You know, I'm gonna start foaming at the mouth in a second if I start thinking about that.
I mean, to be fair, we had to free one of his hands to take the bracelet off, so he probably just slipped the rest out.
Yeah, maybe the DM is just gonna murder my character in a second. Who knows?
And you wake
Okay,
up and you're all asleep back at the campsite. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, go ahead.
You wake up and you leave the inn. You never actually left for this.
You've never met any of your party members.
You
didn't
wake
even-
up and Ulrog is yelling at you back in the barracks.
Oh my god.
That would-
All right, time for your first mission. Wait, what?
I'm gonna do that one day. And now me saying that, now my players have no idea which campaign or when I'm gonna do. They're gonna doubt everything they've ever done.
We already do that.
Well, yeah, that's also true.
Okay, so
you
why
wake up,
don't
you
we?
realize
Okay.
you're late for work.
There.
Why
late for
don't?
school.
Because I
Why-
know it's gonna bother Nedy into oblivion, and if I don't, so so it tries to get up, it'll fall over, it'll wrestle the restraints off, and then it'll do what it's doing.
I was okay. I accepted it. I mean, thank you, but also.
Well,
I
now
mean,
we're
I-
set.
I did
Now we're
do
set.
it-
I've
yeah,
covered all my
I mean,
bases then. I've covered it all. I mean, I guess that gives you the opportunity to stop him.
Oh, he can watch. That's like I
Okay.
don't care.
That's good. That's good. All right.
So it's the problem that I see with this is that if we face the High Fabricator,
Mm.
these are mind tethers, so I imagine he can change the orders at any time.
They're either gonna be brain dead and useless and basically dead and probably die and starve, or they might die when we confront him. Either way, I think we should get going because he probably knows we've been fucking around here.
Yes,
I'm
sure
also
that he's
concerned
eagerly
that
awaiting our arrival.
he might get reinforcements if this happens.
That being said, considering that his people haven't killed us on sight, it's a good sign that even if he does know we're here, he can't exactly force them to attack us, or has a reason not to.
Bird check.
They're tethered
How
to
many birds?
Like, wait a minute.
Are here?
Without the bracelets, without the bracelets, they're basically dead. Maybe there's a chance that he can give commands to them, but he doesn't see anything back from them. One-way connection, so to speak.
One bird.
Oh yeah, good update. No, still just one crow. Do the other... Wait, let me check before I ask that question.
Okay.
Eaters.
So the four of you are standing around this four figure. What is your next step, party? What is your plan?
Direction. Okay, never mind.
I believe we go confront him.
That's gonna be
Okie
Either this frees the people of the village, or, well, it frees them to the afterlife.
And, Nefos, maybe we can make use of this and just levitate one of the smoke powder barrels out and kind of push it over.
That may be useful. He does have a rather large being protecting him.
Oh yeah,
Lifts
right
up,
then.
like, oh right, those statues. Lifts up the other one, pushes it over.
Now that we've been in the other temple, this the statue from this temple. Was there a similar one at the, or were they the same style make statue?
There is no
the
statue
other temple?
in this temple.
Well, the construct.
There's an altar and there is a construct.
That's what I meant. The construct.
The construct was a warforged.
Oh, it was
Who
just
had
a
the head of
very...
who has the head of an Anubis of a dog. It's like a canine-like head. sitting on
Jackal.
top.
Yeah,
like a
it was
jackal.
just a very.
It's just a very large
tall...
warforged.
Oh.
Tinks XL.
Like Tinks XL, yeah, actually. This one just has a canine head.
Yeah.
must be one part of a sniffer then.
Yeah, the object here was a large altar where the sun comes in from the dome and shines direct. It looks like it funnels the light basically right into it, a little orb.
Cool. Cool.
So, shall we move towards his temple?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's get this going.
Time as any.
Okay.
If he really is a follower of Grishana, and I'll look to Raking, I'm sure you have reason to want that sunlight orb back in its proper hands.
Of course.
Do you know if those can be utilized as weapons at all?
Have I ever heard about things like that being utilized as weapons? These sun orbs funneling the sun.
You have to touch it to figure. I mean, just off the top of your head, no.
Okay.
But
I just remember Ray knew what they were because he follows that faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is not. This is a separate branch of the faith, but yeah. So this is because Ray follows the actual Amralut, the actual like the main faith, you could say, the main branch. This one is a separate branch, which is why the symbol is different. The same symbol that's at the other village, and it's you know.
So this is the dollar store version.
So his version of the orbs aren't used for weaponry, but this one could?
Maybe.
You know, usually
know,
there are
really.
not. but also like you know, if you have a magnifying glass, wow, and you know, if you angle it right with the sun, you can actually like start a fire with it because of the sun gets bundled. So maybe that could work with that as well, but I'm not sure if it has like the right, if it's shaped right for that to work, or if it's like not strong enough. But that could be one version of it. But
Well, only one way to find out.
Does anyone have a magnifying glass, by the way?
So the three of you will arrive at the ornate, large double doors after the few stairs leading up. And the doors are closed. You enter.
I was gonna say, please let them be open, or I'm gonna walk right into them, face first.
You enter, and the High Fabricator has his back turned towards the door, facing the altar, hands raised high, the sun beaming straight down at the highest point of the day, right into the orb. To the right of you guys, which is sort of northwest, is the large canine-headed warforged from before. And to the left, in the pews, there are villagers. A few villagers, seeming to take their time to pray. Kneel down, hands clasped.
That's a problem. First thing I want to do is take a good look around and see if there's any fuckery going on in the ethereal plane.
In the ethereal plane.
Or invisible things.
Visible things. The crow is here, invisibly. You see the like shimmering outline of the crow, sitting atop of one of the villagers, praying.
I'm going to use Divine Sense.
Okay. The crow's
I'm not going to acknowledge that thing.
The crow's not praying. The person's praying. The crow's just on top of him.
Oh, thank you for
I felt the need to clarify.
No,
I was
the
like,
villager is praying, and the crow is sitting on their head, also praying.
yeah, I was just like, I feel the need for some with you guys. I don't know why I feel the need to clarify.
Are we in the presence of within 60 feet of any celestials, fiends, or undead? I mean, undead probably because of the crow.
Yeah. You will feel the presence of the crow. The strong evil registers.
Actually, one more question: is this hallowed or desecrated by any chance?
It would be.
Or both?
Yeah, it's how a spell makes it consecrated or desecrated. My apologies. Right.
Yeah. So the land is technically hallowed. Yeah.
Technically hallowed, the best kind of hallowed.
Yeah.
That's why I said both.
It is hallowed, except for one point, which is desecrated.
Ooh. Where's desecrated?
Cephas and Ray can just stand next to each other.
The flooring underneath the altar, about 2 feet under, is desecrated land. The four of you enter, and the fabricator, the High Fabricator, does not respond. He's sitting there, mumbling to himself. What do you do, party?
I was gonna say, I don't think we thought this through.
So.
Hello?
Peachy.
The High Fabricator Altissimo will lower his hands, grab his staff from the altar, like kind of grab it and pull it back to him, and turn around. very slowly. A gentle smile, very welcoming look on his face. Welcome back. I hope your travels were not too arduous. I do see that there are fewer than before. I hope that they are well.
No,
One is not.
I am sorry.
The curse of Grishena claimed it.
That is unfortunate. Any curse be a nasty affliction. I hope you know you have my deepest condolence.
In our travels, we encountered many symbols of her. Do you happen to have any more information that may help us in
Our temple endeavors.
yes, in ensuring that this never happens again?
Grishena is quite powerful. A goddess of misfortune. But Amralut guides us, and is as steady, firm as the rising and setting of the sun. Perhaps
so I've heard.
Perhaps if you were to be truly devout followers, then you would feel the touch of a god who could illuminate your path, as well as it has mine.
And what would that entitle?
Well, not very much, in my opinion. I mean, you pray to the god. You dedicate your heart, your soul to them, so they know that you truly do care and you believe.
And which one was that again?
Amralut.
Oh.
Of course. The god of the sun, and he looks towards the sunbeam, like firing right down into the orb.
Oh, okay.
Might I ask, and forgive me if this is presumptuous, but is there an artifact of Amulet held underneath the altar?
Roll insight.
All of us?
No. Just Zephos.
I will use a point of inspiration on this.
Okay.
That is going to be a 16.
Okay, point of inspiration.
Heck yeah.
Is that +2? So 16. He will, for a very quick moment, shoot a glance over at 7, which is the large Warforged. Not necessarily making eye contact, because, again, the High Fabricator's hood is very large, but he's looking at you, and he kind of looks in the direction of the Warforged just for a moment, and looks back to you. Slightly just bothered.
I know that is a commonplace for artifacts to be held.
Ah, I see. Experience with the church?
Many churches.
Well, we are the Holy Blaze Brigade after all.
Yes, so I've heard many stories. That is why I contracted you. I believed you to be able to respect the customs of our... Is there anything that I can do for you all while you're here? Have you collected any of the keys?
Well, before we say that, what do you know about the ruined village you sent us to? It had a temple similar to this one that it seemed Grishena was attacking almost.
You'll see him tighten his hand on his staff a little bit, and then release it. It was, I'm told, a very unfortunate event. And indeed, somehow corrupted some of the locals and turned them against the rest of the town. The village did not have defenses for that. It fell quickly.
You know, I'm quite sorry to say, but it seems wherever this symbol of Amrlut resides, misfortune followed us.
Grishena and her misfortune follow all of us. We are persecuted, which is why we choose to live in such a desolate place. We try to escape the hatred and, well, there are dangers that come with living so far from the rest, living such an isolated living style, I suppose.
What I'm curious about is why. What happened in the past to piss off a god so much?
Before you answer that, I feel we should ask, is this temple safe from her chosen? Is this a safe haven that we can take solace in and speak freely?
He looks at you for a moment, unmoving, just... With the guidance of Amrlut, we are as safe as we wish to be. And he will glance at Seven very briefly.
While they're talking, I want to really focus at the Fabricator, and I want to see if I can tell if he is either wearing a disguise or if he is somehow either with a kid or by magic disguising his appearance. I want to try and see if I can see past it.
Okay. You can roll me an investigation check.
Okay, investigation. I'm going to use a point.
A point? Okay.
Yep.
It is a +2 to your total. What do you got?
Come on. 22.
Okay, 22. You look at the Fabricator as he has this conversation with your teammates, trying to see if you can discern any sort of discrepancy in his attire. Maybe a smudge of makeup or a slightly torn fabric that shouldn't be fray. And as you stare at him intently, your eyes burning a hole through it, there's no disguise that you can discern. There's no disguise. Viewers, if you have never experienced what true doubt looks like, Nedy's face towards me right now was exactly a personification of like lack of faith in the words. Just scrutiny.
A word.
just true scrutiny right there.
Well,
that's the same face that Ray is making towards a Fabricator right now.
Yeah.
That's literally yeah. Okay, fair.
God damn it!
Okay.
You know, were you there when all of that went down at the other village?
Was I there? It was some time ago, and quite some time ago. Look at me. I'm sorry to say I can't discern your age, but I'm young.
And who was the High Fabricator during that event?
from what I've read, it was High Fabricator Bahissimo.
Did he have a daughter? A small girl about my size?
Yeah, I think I do remember reading that he did. Yes. I believe so. Poor girl.
He might have some bad news then.
I just look over to him, you know, like, do not say another word.
Is that what you look at him like? Because you shouldn't describe your what?
It's just a very angry look.
Ah,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure Mino has seen it plenty of times before.
Okay.
Well, Mr.
Yes, and I've also
Mr. High
gotten used
Fabricator.
to it.
Got used to it. What was that, Chris? Sorry.
We acquired a couple of the keys so far. 2 red orbs and 1 tan orb.
Wait, for your DM, did you just say we've gotten a couple of the keys, 2 red orbs and 1 tan orb?
Yes.
That is what you said. Okay, my brain was just like, just okay. Got it. Peach beer, please.
Yeah. Didn't we got the
Well, he
one of
doesn't have
the
to
red orbs from the altar? Remember?
Okay, so how about you roll deception, because this is a deceiving statement. Not necessarily a lie, but you're trying to deceive him, so that is fine. Let's roll deception.
So how about you do that? Okay.
Was it a different color?
No, it's just, but you have all the keys.
Oh my god.
You have them all. Wait, what are you doing?
Does Peach Pit think she's telling the truth?
You guys just got the green key. There's
For everybody who hasn't seen, we have a red key, a blue key, a tan key, and I think a green and gold key.
Yeah, it's like green and gold. Yeah.
It's four keys. So Peach Pit not only got the number wrong, but also the colors.
so.
Colorblind?
Am I? What about the numbers, Chris? You only said 3. There's 4.
Yeah, we've got
Roll deception.
We've got a light gray key, a slightly lighter gray key, a dark gray key.
We have a red key, a red key, a red key, and
Oh my gosh.
Why did we send a dog?
Is it deception if you don't know you're saying like?
Oh, that has not
deception.
saved me. That has not saved me. I tried that with CJ,
I have
and
to
it
know.
has not saved me in the past.
Is it really deception if you don't know you're lying?
I don't
has
trust my
never saved me.
players, so no, that's not true. What basically what happens is that Mino, you know there's 4. There's no way you don't know. Mino. I'm yelling at Mino. Mino does. I'm yelling at Peach Pit, you know there's 4 keys. You said 3. Is your persuasion really that much better? You rolled a 2. No, your persuasion's the same modifier. Anyway, it's deception. Okay, so point. Got it. Okay. So the Fabricator looks to you and just now. I understand your methods are your own, and I trust you to do your job. When you were hired for by this village, we gave as much as we could, working out the deals with your higher ups. We paid, not just in gold, but in the... He kind of looks around. The goods that your faction requested from us. We already gave them and sent them. Now, I do not wish to doubt your honor. I also I wish to believe that you would be honest with me about your progress. We are.
While
We hired you. After all, are you not a mercenary guild?
I do not believe Peach Pit intended to be dishonest. We did recently just get the fourth key. It was a matter of a very high intensity environment where we were a bit scattered.
I see.
It is completely reasonable that she did not see the fourth key being grabbed.
Understood. And with those 4, you should be able to open the octagonal pyramid and put an end to these lights that we requested, no?
I assume you're going to... Are you going to gather the people of the village in this temple when we go to disturb the other temple? Just so that they're safe? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, and if everything goes awry, or are you just going to leave them there to do their business? They don't seem to care.
The High Fabricator kind of walks towards you guys and weaves through and comes up to Ray and puts his hand on your shoulder. We will keep all of our villagers safe, of course. We would not put them in harm's way.
Does he have a golden bracelet like everyone else?
Second time you touch me, I hate this.
Now,
Is he more ornate than the others? Like,
could that artifact under the...
Roll perception.
In these... My apologies.
Mino, roll perception.
Mitch, can I jump in before that, too?
Yes, Mino. It is the same shape, same size. However, this one you notice on the inside has a few engravings, which you did not notice with the other guy.
As he comes up, I'm going to put my hand on his wrist so that I touch the bracelet. And I'm going to just... That makes me less concerned. Thank you. And I'm going to try and gather any information about this bracelet.
Okay.
Ooh, sneaky.
Yeah, if I roll high enough, this might not be sneaky in a second.
You will. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you'll go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, I'm going to use another point.
Okay. Okay.
Come on.
I'm going to
19.
Good thing.
19. Yeah, that was almost an add one. 19.
19.
And while that's
Yes,
going
too.
on, I'm gonna like shift my mage hand over close to the bracelet as well, just in case.
Is your mage hand the invisible kind or the normal kind?
Invisible, of course.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I was like...
I'm not going to show my hand this quickly. Haha.
Anyway, bracelet, I'm touching
Crescendo
them,
would be
trying
proud.
to find things out. Let's ignore Pat and Mino.
Why'd you say it like they're two different people?
Well,
Because
no harm. Wait, no.
Oh my god.
that's why!
Okay. You read into the bracelet with your 19. The bracelet is... I forgot. What do you get from this? You get,
The grim history.
Information about items or places.
Grim psychometry. I'll just read it real fast. Let me read it real fast.
Okay, I was
Thanks.
gonna...
Oh, no, it's faster if I just read it.
I would have...
No,
Told you.
let me read it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Sorry.
No, you're still... It's hard to read when you're still talking to me.
Just ignore me.
I mean, Nedy, it's really hard to ignore you. I mean,
Ah, okay.
I mean,
okay.
it is.
I see. Okay. Yeah, you'll get a flash. I'll give you with a 19. I don't want to give you a flash with a 19. Yeah, it's fine. You'll get a flash of you'll get a flash of it is actually the perspective of High Fabricator Bahisimo, now that you know his name, as you've seen it before, as he's crawling back, as that huge mass of like all the villagers smashed together, essentially, you know, blobbing towards him. It's that scene once again, his fall, if you will. It is the bracelet that he was wearing before he is consumed by this creature, and his daughter having ordered it at the time, or at least that's what it seems like. He kind of looks at you and just, are you
Sorry.
okay? Are you well? We have food and water if you need refreshment.
It is hard to be well after what we have been through so far, and the potential future misery. Let's hope it's not going to be, but we have to be prepared for the worst.
Of course, my son. I understand.
The bracelet, I'm sorry, I can't help but notice.
Yes, a sign of our branch of the followers of Amra.
How is it? Is it something that from the last of your status? Is it something that you just
I'm sorry,
give
I don't understand
on?
your question.
How did you acquire it? Is it something your predecessor gave you? Or
Ah, yes. This bracelet is worn by the High Fabricator of our temple. It was in the possession of the previous High Fabricator and then the one before him.
And it's always been in this temple here in Giovanni. I assume you each have your own.
No.
No.
This temple is a new temple. We had to replace...
Oh.
This temple is only a generation or two old. Once the other temple fell, in the village you all visited, we had to reconstruct it. Now we are the closest. For miles. This...
Thank you for sharing all of this.
Of course. This bracelet has seen much. Carries on.
I'm sure.
As does our faith. Is there anything that you all need? Again.
May I ask, regarding the artifact under the altar, could it be worth?
He'll turn around to you, and now essentially he would be like right here, so his back would be to 7, or to the Warforged, and he looks to you, and as you mentioned, as you're talking, he kind of like, he doesn't look, but he kind of like turns his head to the side as if to want to look, but realize it would be very, very strange to turn around completely and glance back at the Warforged. But
could it be worth bringing it out for the coming events, as I believe we're going to need all the protection that we can get?
I don't know what you're talking about. All of you passively succeed insight, knowing that he is obviously lying.
Well, it's just being a man of, I wouldn't say holy origin,
He
but
puts a hand on your shoulder. He's like, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sure that you are mistaken.
oh no, there's no mistake. I can feel the power radiating from under the altar.
I see. He'll sigh and bring his hand off of your shoulder and kind of slowly wander back to the altar. Yes, Mino?
Well, start to speak and kind of look over at Ray. Should we let him know? Just quietly, you know.
Zephos is just putting up a hand behind him. Going to take a step forward. Just wants to see what Altissimo's going to get.
Altissimo goes to the altar and he stands there and he turns his back to the party and just kind of looks up at the sun, where the sunbeam is coming from. I'm sure, dear mercenary, whatever you're looking for does not exist here. I'm sure it's a mistake. Maybe the exhaustion is getting to you. He says it quite loud.
Oh.
Oh no.
Mrs. Evo.
Yes, Peach.
I believe this is a subject that needs to be talked about with less acoustics.
Ray, behind you, you feel kind of like a little like shiver. Hold. And you turning around towards the main door. Many of the villagers have gathered. And you see on top of the one in the center, the crow, invisible, staring at you. You also feel like more crows are moving.
So.
So,
sorry, there's.
would I be able to use the mage hand to get that bracelet off him?
What?
You certainly try.
I'm gonna try that, because
Okay.
sounds like asking about that artifact has made him very hostile.
Okay. So you're
Let's make it worse.
you are going to mage hand, or try to
Oh my
mage
God.
hand the bracelet off of Altissimo's hand.
Mhm.
Okay. Then let me get. I guess it will be a sleight of hand check.
Oh my god.
Altissimo, if I may ask, why is there desecrated
I-
land under the altar?
Oh god.
And I'm going to use both my points of inspiration on this.
Okay. Got it. Using
Oh,
both your points,
God.
bringing you down to 0 points, but you get a +5 to this roll.
Oh
Ooh.
damn!
Oh! Okay, so that would have been 22 without it, so 27 to get that bracelet
Jesus.
off.
Okay.
In fact, would you even notice that it comes off?
Or does it come off?
Okay. So, as you're pulling off the bracelet, Zephos, you are asking him. Fabricator Altissimo will lift up his hands as he did before, which grants the perfect opportunity for Mino's mage hand to just go. And all of you, as he's about, he takes a
Put it back to
breath.
me.
Well, the bracelet's not invisible. And is. The bracelet stays visible. However,
I will still float it back towards me,
Okay.
away from him.
okay, hang on. So, he takes a breath. The bracelet comes off. You can see he sort of just immediately, just like his head twitches. And he'll turn around and face the party, seeing, you know, the bracelet drop into Mino's possession.
Ugh.
No. No, what have you done? I can't protect you any more than. You must save yourselves. And from underneath the altar,
From her.
the altar will shatter, exploding up in a small explosion of stone as it all flies in different directions, coming up from where the desecrated ground is. And you will see a little girl's ghost.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The little girl's ghost will then laugh maniacally, as it did before. Then spin in a circle and reappear as High Fabricator Bahissimo, his ghost.
Okay.
His ghost then begins to blob, like the face begins to melt and blob and expand, and it grows and grows and grows, and bones begin to point out, and it begins to turn into a ghostly, ghastly version of the large mound that you saw in the nightmare. Mino and Ray, the vision you just saw. The ghost grows and grows and grows. High Fabricator Altissimo throws himself to the side, and he's looking at this growing ghostly mound, which begins to slowly take on what appears to be a material form, coming in from the ethereal, just entering almost through a portal as it begins to just grow and turn into a true material mass. The High Fabricator has his back against the wall, looking at the mass and looking at the rest of you. All I wanted to do was save my village. And now I don't think there's a chance. I knew it was a risk to bring you all in, but... And you'll turn around...
As he's speaking,
yeah.
I'm going to, like, kind of shift the bracelet back over to him. It's time for us to do our job now.
Before we do that, look at the disheveling mound right there.
You know, that's why I was trying to get your freaking attention, because I was like, hey, let's leave. But no, we had to.
Ray, you know just as well as me that this is our job. We have to purge the world of things like this. So, Altissimo, gather your people, get out of here. We'll take care of this.
You know, not all purging has to be banished into nothingness. It was contained, and we talked to him.
Yes, it was contained. If it was contained, tell me, how did she keep appearing to us?
Okay, and all of you will turn around as you hear this mechanical whirring and steam as you turn around and see Seven, which is a warforged with the canine-like head, its eyes glowing that ghostly blue that you've seen too many times before already. And its arms will... Essentially, these arcane runes on its arms will create these sort of minor illusions of these light blue rings hovering above its arms in various places, like 3 on each side. And Mino, it has the same runes that the interior of High Fabricator Altissimo's bracelet had. You don't recognize what they say, but they're the same runes you just saw a moment ago. And Ray, you will see on the ethereal plane that it fires out. It has these, like, each of the rings has this cacophony of small, wispy little strings attached to the villagers now.
Oh.
It is it appears to you some sort of arcane mechanical puppeteer.
Was that good or bad?
High Fabricator Altissimo looks to you all and looks at it. No one here is a friend anymore. Please, don't kill the villagers if you can avoid it. They're still my family and friends. But these two abominations must perish. And he starts to breathe deeply, and he'll clasp his hands together, and he will cast some sort of incantation you haven't heard before, haven't seen before. It feels like it's coming from the blessing of Amralut, though. And while he is concentrating, each of you are covered in a slightly glowing, like little faint white or like white-yellow outline. And all of your ACs are +1 while he is able to successfully concentrate.
Heck yeah.
He will have advantage on concentration checks, but if he's hit, he needs to roll the check.
All right.
And so, party, you all you'll prepare yourselves and you square up. Now you have this disgusting mound of humanoid flesh and bone in front of you where the altar was just a moment ago, having now released this creature from its desecrated land. 7 now. The Warforged is to your side, seemingly manipulating, well, as far as Ray can see,
Great.
all of the villagers. High Fabricator's bracelet may have been powerful, but he wasn't the primary source.
What about the crow?
And the crow is sitting on top of, invisibly, one of the villagers. But again, the other crows are well on their way.
Great.
And that is where I'm so tiny today. That is where we will, there we go. That is where we will call it for today, viewers. So now the party is facing off with not quite the foe they thought. Well, not in the form that they thought. They will be facing off against the old flesh, as it is known. 7, which is the Warforged, the arcane puppeteer. Also, perhaps a puppet itself. And right now, the villagers who are currently controlled by 7. High Fabricator Altissimo, this entire time trying to keep a very delicate balance, a facade of power to keep his people safe. Now, all he can do is help this party of adventurers, these mercenaries, fight off these disgusting and horrific beasts. Hopefully save his village, help them save themselves, and in the end, defeat the source of all of this. That cursed little soul. So viewers, if you enjoyed this, please follow us here on Twitch. You can subscribe to help the channel keep going, right? To keep us doing what we're doing. Amazon Prime is a great and free way to help take care of us that way. Help subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter. It's a crit with 3 T's for any updates. It's a crit. We also throw announcements up there. You can also catch up on previous episodes of this campaign, our other short story campaign, Feywild Follies, and our persistent campaign Into Antirium over on YouTube. Search for It's a Crit Official. And we have a Discord that we'll throw up into the chat right here in a second. It's also available in our little bio down there if you're watching later. The Discord link, if you want to join and talk about anything It's a Crit, anything D&D. We got memes in there. Come in, have some fun, say hi. And we will see what this party does next time. See you then.